Well, hello there, Virgo. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for the week of October 10th through the 16th. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider like, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so we have Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. And then we have TikTok, divine timing, and the TikTok jumped out. So there is something that is coming in, happening like this week over the next 10 days or so, that is going to be divinely timed. It's about stepping into your power of believing in yourself, whatever this is. A really interesting energy. You know, today on October 10th, we have the full moon in Aries. It pushes us to finally release some of those things that we are no longer good for us, right? But to step back into our power, you know, of understanding what it is that we really want and coming into that energy of, okay, now I'm ready to come and go and get it. And this is divinely timed. You know, we have kindred partnership on the bottom. So it could, and look at this, we have let go. Yeah, and victim mentality. There's something that you kind of have to let go of with this full moon energy to finish out that cycle, because full moons are, you can look back 6 months to what you kind of started 6 months ago. You're coming into the fruition of finishing that energy out and getting ready to step into new energy with the next new moon, right? Which would be the new moon in Scorpio. So it's interesting because you are kind of like finishing out a cycle of feeling like a victim, of feeling like, you know, the poverty mindset of not feeling worthy enough or whatever. With this full moon, you may be in this energy of this is kind of all bubbling up again, just so that you can release it, you know? Okay, so this is interesting. I've never gotten this before. They're showing me, you know how like when you sweep a floor, you sweep all the dirt into like a pile, and then you take the dustpan and sweep it into the dustpan before you throw it out. Okay, so what they're showing me is that you, over the last 6 months, have been sweeping all of the dirt on the floor, right, into the pile. So now all the dirt is in the pile. I think with this full moon, suddenly some of this energy could pop up again, but it's it's just because you're moving it from the pile on the floor into the dustpan, you know, and then putting it into the trash can. So it's having the courage to take a look at this and say, okay, fine, that's fine. I'm ready to let go of this. And especially if you have felt stuck. Oh my goodness, 2 cards of stuck. If you have felt stuck for the last like week or so, this is really coming in just in order for you to finally put it in the dustpan and toss it in the trash. So don't feel, you know, sometimes, wow, that popped out. Don't feel as if, you know, you're going backwards. You're not going backwards at all, Virgo. It's almost as if the universe is saying you've done so much work, sweeping all of those, you know, all of that negative energy into a pile on the floor, and now you're just getting, you have a new pot. This is just lovely. And so if you're sitting there sweating for a moment, don't. So here we have the victim mentality, or I'm sorry, this is the consciousness of lack, the very same energy of the victim mentality, but things are getting ready to change. Okay, you're getting ready to go into a new cycle. The gears are getting ready to move in your favor. I think you actually had a similar reading to this not too long ago. So the wheels are getting ready to change, to turn in your favor. But in order to do that, you have to get rid of this, right? Well, you have once again been spending quite a bit of time, actually, I would say almost a whole year, of sweeping up all of this negative energy into a pile on the floor. Now, this is your last kind of task in that. You're sweeping all of that negative energy from the floor into the dustpan and then tossing it into the trash. So let's take a look at what your obstacle is this week or over the next 10 days or so. You're going onto this new path, actually stepping onto the new path. I think with the new moon in Scorpio, you are going to be doing this. It's kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised if between the full moon, the 2 weeks between this full moon and the new moon, right? It's about 2 weeks. I would not be surprised if you feel kind of like, okay, when's this new path coming? It's almost as if it may be a little bit of this stuck energy, feeling like, okay, I finally got rid of the trash, but now the new hasn't shown up. You know, it's almost as if where I live, we put our trash out on the curb and then, you you put it out the night before and then you have to wait for the trash company to come by and to, put your trash in the big trash truck, right? So it's almost as if between now and the new moon, it's almost this energy that you are putting the trash out on the curb. You just have to wait for the trash company to come and take it away. I think it's the universe is just kind of letting you know you're going to be maybe feeling a little bit stuck, and not to, because you have the squirrel spirit, believe in yourself, not to start doubting yourself. Really interesting. Sagittarius had somewhat of a similar energy of, almost like from your spirit guides and angels saying, it's okay, Virgo, don't worry. It's still coming. It's still coming. It's all about the divine timing, right? Well, the divine timing isn't really until the new moon. You're trying to take action. Wow. Okay. You are going to be celebrating here. Yeah, there's it's almost as if there could be even a situation with the judgment card, really having to celebrate, stepping into this energy of truly believing yourself, having to stay positive maybe for the next 2 weeks, and just knowing, trusting that the universe is going to deliver on this, because I feel like there's almost a little bit of an energy here where you may want to take some action, with the Tower card. It's kind of like, okay, well, the universe isn't bringing it in, so I'm going to take action. Like, you may try to take some sudden spontaneous action, right? But this isn't really a good move for you. You don't want to do that. You're just in a holding pattern. I think that's Virgo. That's why you're getting this message. It's kind of like, wait for the divine time. Your spirit guides and angels want you to know they're busy behind the scenes trying to get things lined up for you, that they haven't left you, right? If you're very intuitive and spend a lot of time talking to your spirit guides and angels, and all of a sudden you feel like, where are they? I don't hear them. They're not answering me, right? And then it's kind of like, okay, well, that's it. I'm just going to go take action myself, right? It's kind of like, well, then that's fine. They've left me. I'm just going to go do this myself. That's not a good idea, because this is coming in. It is coming in. It's almost like they're telling me, don't sabotage yourself because you have the 7 of Swords on the bottom. Yeah, don't take action. Don't take any action that is, I would just kind of like lay low. I guess just lay low. Don't take any significant spontaneous action between now and the new moon. Really interesting, because here is your advice: true love, believing in yourself, the star. So it's really a sense of believing in yourself and making sure that any actions, it's not that you can't do anything over the next 2 weeks. But it's really about making sure that the actions that you're doing are actions that you want to do, that are celebratory, that you're doing for your higher good, because the true love card is really about being able to look yourself in the mirror and love every single part of yourself, right? It's about looking in the mirror and loving the progress that you have made, loving the direction that your life is going in, not questioning or doubting yourself, staying really strong in believing in yourself, because you are a star. You are a beam of love and light. You are here to share your love and light with the world, to help the healing of the rest of the world. So it's kind of like, I feel almost, okay, what they're saying is you may feel, oh my goodness, has my mirror dimmed? Is it kind of like, you may feel like it's kind of cloudy or, smeary or something like that. You're not seeing yourself crystal clear between this time and the new moon. Once the new moon comes in, you're going to see this clearly again. It's, we all have ups and downs in life. I feel like this is just letting you know, okay, that the divine is working behind the scenes. You're going to maybe be a little frustrated over the next 2 weeks because you're like, it's not moving along. I've done all this work, I've cleared out all this energy, but it's not moving along. It's, giving you another opportunity to sweep up the dust on the floor and put it in the trash can. You're just kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern. When this comes in, oh my goodness, Virgo, it's huge. So it's almost like, go ahead and take a nap if you need to, get ready, get prepared. Yeah. I mean, I can see how we all do this. We can all get kind of frustrated when things don't seem to be going our way, right? And then it's almost like a sense of cutting your nose off to spite your face, because it's kind of like, well, this is just not going fast enough. So I've got to jump in here, continue to trust in the universe, to know that your spirit guides and angels are with you, and they're having things happen for you. Oh my goodness. Yes. Two of them flipped. The Hermit, your energy, and the High Priestess. Okay. So listening to your intuition, going within. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, I feel as if there is something, this energy from the past. Remember, I had that little bit of energy from the past, like cleaning up all the negative energy. I think when you get this lull, it's a little bit about, you may kind of reflect back on some of the things that have ended in your life, right? But it's really, once again, it's almost like you're being put in this holding pattern so that you can finally take the trash out. That this is taking a little bit of patience on your part. Virgo, I feel like you've progressed so quickly over like the last month or two. I mean, you were in this high healing energy for so long, and then all of a sudden things started taking off. You may be a little bit impatient because all of a sudden you feel like things are slowing down, right? But it's all to bring you into this really lovely energy. I mean, you have so many spiritual cards here, okay? The tide is getting ready to turn. You have the Wheel of Fortune twice, Virgo, okay? The tides are turning, and they're turning in your favor. Do not doubt yourself. I think that's what your spirit guides and angels are really concerned about, that you're going to start doubting yourself, not sure which way to go. Just to trust, listen to your intuition, keep talking to your spirit guides and angels. Believe it or not, they are listening to you, okay? But I'm getting the sense again that they are working behind the scenes for this new path to open up for you. You are going to be celebrating very soon, very soon. So not to worry. Yeah, I feel like you may feel like where's the road isn't illuminated. You may have gotten to a certain point of progress, right? And then all of a sudden it was like the path went dark again. The veil came back down. Where's my High Priestess? When the veil is lifted, we can kind of see the path. I feel like you may feel, oh my goodness, the veil has been brought down. Just stay in your heart space. Know that the happy times are ahead. You are going to be celebrating. So there's a little bit of an instance here where you may be a little bit frustrated. So you may kind of retaliate in a way. It's almost that kind of energy. And Virgo, you're not normally that type of person. So I feel as this is really triggering, okay, because you have these two cards. I think it's really triggering your doubt in yourself. And you may feel like, okay, the universe is testing me. I have to take a lot of action. You really don't. It's really about staying with your intuition, staying with your heart centered, movement forward, understanding that life itself has ebbs and flows. And it's going to be very brief. Literally, I think the new moon in Scorpio in about 2 weeks, and everything changes for you. So not to worry. You're not going backwards. You're definitely not going backwards. So let's see what your soul truth card is. And Virgo, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Am I in my head or in my heart? That's exactly what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks. You're going to go back into your head because all of a sudden you're feeling like, I can't move forward. I can't move forward. The doubt comes in. Your ego is taking over, right? It's kind of like, see, this is your ego. See, I told you, Virgo, you couldn't do it. I told you were, whatever. The mind games that we play with ourselves, right? And then it's kind of like you could get a little bit in that energy of, well, I'll show you, right? Whether it's showing somebody else or showing the universe or showing your ego, it's a little bit of that energy of, well, I'll show you. But your spirit guides and angels are like, just hold on, stay in your heart. Give us a little bit of time. They're just saying, please give us a little bit of time. So what does this say? What is the quality of your self-talk? That's what this is all about, right? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Yeah. And when you stay in your heart, you're just continuing to stay in your heart, not allowing the fear and the anxiety to kind of, play out and have you react in some way. You could even have people or situations that are coming in. You could get a sudden message from somebody else that has you feeling this type of energy of overreacting, right? It's kind of like stay in your heart, just stay in your heart. Keep faith in the universe and keep faith in yourself. You're in a very good place. Things are really going to work out for you, Virgo. So hang in there. And just, one of the things that they're saying is maybe over the next 2 weeks, really spend some time doing activities that you just enjoy, that really don't produce anything. So, a hobby that you have, say you enjoy painting or cooking or gardening or something, just spend some time doing those types of activities, really kind of allowing your inner child to play a little bit while you're waiting for this next this next opening, this next portal, because really you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. It's coming. And you have taken a lot of action. Any actions that you take between now and the new moon, please make sure that they're heart-centered, that, you take a minute, take a big breath. If you have something that comes in that triggers you, take a deep breath, right? And stay in your heart over the next 2 weeks. Things are working out for you. All right, well, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.